Are you barely getting by financially where you're currently living? If you're struggling to pay your bills and put food on your table, or if you want to retire but don't have enough savings, there might be a better way for you. You can live comfortably in some countries for just $500 a month. While this amount of money won't allow you to live extravagantly, it may allow you to retire earlier than you ever dreamed was possible. You can have a higher quality of life by moving to another country, and you'll also be able to learn more about other cultures. The key to living for only $500 in the countries on this list is staying away from touristy cities because everything will be more expensive there. Here are 7 countries where you can live comfortably for only $500 a month. Number 7. Vietnam. With its breathtaking beaches and gorgeous mountain terrain, living in Vietnam is beautiful as well as affordable. For a more comfortable lifestyle, people moving to Vietnam should budget closer to $1,000 per month, but it is possible to live in this country for only $500 a month with some careful planning. The first step would be securing a low-cost apartment outside of the more expensive areas of Vietnam. If you stick with a small 480 square foot apartment in a less expensive area, you can expect to pay around $300 in rent. Budget for other costs. Luckily, transportation is affordable there, with a monthly public transport ticket only costing approximately $9. If you feel like eating out as an occasional treat, a combo meal at a fast food restaurant only costs about $3. To save money, you should cook at home because many staples of your menu can be purchased cheaply, such as potatoes, which cost less than $1 for a 2-pound bag. If you need medical care, you'll find it is much more affordable than in the US, with a short doctor's visit only costing $18. While you can stay fit walking around this beautiful country, you can also get a 1-month gym membership in most city centers for approximately $23. It's best to avoid buying many new clothes, though, because they are pricey here. You can easily spend $100 on a pair of name-brand sports shoes. Number 6. Sri Lanka. Widely regarded as one of Asia's most gorgeous countries, there is a lot to love about living in Sri Lanka. Since it is an island nation, you'll have many beautiful beaches to explore. It won't cost a penny to swim in the clear water and walk along the sand every single day. If you stay outside the country's hotspots, you can find a studio apartment for as low as $250 per month. Utilities will require $65 a month, which means you'll have less than $200 to spend on other essentials each month. Fortunately, food costs are affordable in Sri Lanka, and you can purchase a lunch, including a drink, for only $3 in the business district. Since dinner costs in the range of $8 to $9 per person in a restaurant, you'll likely want to cook most of your dinners at home, using locally grown and produced food if you can, because that will be cheaper. A monthly ticket for public transportation only costs $14. Number 5. Thailand. Thailand is often called the land of smiles, and with the money you'll save by living there, you'll probably be smiling too. Life in Thailand can be unbelievably adventurous with its amazing jungles, incredible food, stunning waterfalls, and outstanding beaches. You'll be able to fully explore this beautiful country because traveling costs are super low. To live in Thailand on $500 per month, you'll need to rule out living in Bangkok, Koh Chang, Pattaya, and Samui because they'll be too expensive. You want to focus on the northern area of Thailand, which is much cheaper. Towns like Chiang Rai are exceptionally affordable, with a 1-bedroom apartment costing as low as $150 a month. The internet will cost approximately $30 a month, with utilities adding an extra $40. You should plan on budgeting at least $150 for food for one person and a little money for transportation. You may even have enough for housekeeping services, which run around $15 per month. Number 4. Bulgaria. For only $500 a month, you can afford to live in a beautiful seaside city in Bulgaria called Sunny Beach. It has great weather and a fun town center with plenty to see and do. Renting a small apartment in this slice of paradise can be as cheap as $160 a month, and that rent money will also give you the ability to use a community swimming pool. Your remaining $340 will be enough to cover your other essentials, such as recreational activities, transportation, and food. Restaurants are a bit more expensive than in some other countries on this list, so you should plan on doing a lot of cooking in your apartment, since fresh fruits and vegetables are cheap in Bulgaria, with 2-pound bags of apples and potatoes costing just over $1 each. You may find you won't spend much money on recreation with the nearby beautiful beaches, but if beaches aren't your thing, there are other spots in Bulgaria where you can live well for $500 a month. In the area just outside the center of Plovdiv, which is the second biggest city in Bulgaria and is known as the world's 6th oldest city, you can find one-bedroom apartments renting for only $180 per month. With affordable bus transportation running to many sections of the city, you can get around easily. Another bonus is that English is widely spoken here, so you'll be able to make new friends easily. Number 3. Laos. Laos has welcoming locals, plenty of natural beauty, and tasty food. If you don't mind living in a small apartment, renting a studio for approximately $120 in Laos is possible. Those who want to live in a more expensive area for the nightlife options can find an apartment for approximately $280 a month. Utilities run less than $20 per month here, and internet access only costs $8 a month. Hiring a cleaning service costs less than $1 an hour, so it wouldn't break your budget to hire someone to clean your small apartment if you don't want to do it yourself. Food is exceptionally cheap here, with 1 pound of chicken costing less than $1 and a dozen eggs going for 50 cents. To get around and explore, you'll want a monthly public transportation pass, which will cost around $16. Number 2. Bangladesh. Life in Bangladesh is about as cheap as it gets, but you'll still find you're living comfortably even though you aren't spending much. Small apartments or even village houses can be rented for the exceptionally low price of $150 per month. Food is also super cheap, and if you're not much of a cook, you can still stay on budget by buying your meals from street vendors. Some items from street vendors only cost $1, and groceries are cheap, so it is possible to spend only $100 a month on food costs if you're not a picky eater. With food and apartment costs only running approximately $250 a month, that leaves $250 a month for medical costs, transportation, and entertainment. Living in Bangladesh will be a culture shock if you're moving from the US, but many people speak English here, so you'll be able to communicate until you brush up on Bengali, the official language there. Number 1. Nepal. Nepal is a gorgeous country to live in, with plenty of outdoor opportunities for bicycling and exploring. This inexpensive jewel also boasts a low rate of serious crime, so you'll feel more comfortable traveling and seeing sights than you would in many other countries on this list. Another bonus of living in Nepal is that many people speak at least rudimentary English, which can be helpful if you're moving from an English-speaking country. In smaller cities, which tend to be even safer than city centers, you can find a good apartment for only $150 per month. If you prefer to be closer to non-stop action, you'll pay around $250 per month for rent in bigger cities, like the country's capital, Kathmandu. If you don't mind cooking most of your meals, you might be able to live for less than $500 a month in Nepal. The cost of groceries is really low if you watch what you buy, with 2 pounds of tomatoes costing approximately 68 cents and 2 pounds of potatoes only costing 42 cents. Buying bread for one person a day only costs just over 20 cents. Buying lunch with a beverage in the business district will only cost around $3 if you feel like eating out. Public transportation is also cheap, with a monthly pass going for only $12, so you'll have enough money to explore your new home.